Well, that's it. Very abysmal harvest. I think that's worse than last year. Hey guys, how are you today? I'm a little irritated today. So I think I showed you already that rodents had gotten pretty much everything that I planted out here. But they also have done some massive destruction to my irrigation system. So let me show you. Okay, so first, the radishes that I direct sowed are okay. It's so weird what they choose to eat and not eat. So radishes and turnips are okay, but the cauliflower, the broccoli, all of it's gone. They decimated it. That is not food. That is Eryngium popping up there. That's a flower. So basically all that's in this bed now is just compost and weeds. And that's really annoying. Pretty much same thing over there. Everything got eaten except for the chard. I guess they don't like chard. But while that is super annoying, I can restart seeds. This is a problem I can fix too, but I'm also really, yeah, all right. Before I go to the irrigation, this is the sweet potato patch that we're gonna be digging up today. You can see that they've eaten pretty much all of the vegetation. So that's why I'm digging it up. I would normally leave it to let the potatoes size up, so I don't have high hopes for what's gonna be in this bed. But then over here, look at this. Look at that gash. That's stuff that's eaten by rodents, all of them. And these are things that I fixed a couple weeks ago, so I know that that wasn't there before. So what that means is every time I turn on the irrigation, it just gushes out everywhere. Things are not getting what they need water-wise, and that really makes me angry. I mean, right now I don't have much in these beds because obviously everything got eaten, and I have a lot of stuff I need to clear out, but it's just really frustrating. So I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. First step is gonna be to pull up the sweet potatoes that are in here, as well as the ones that are in the stock tank. That used to be the chicken brooder, because there are actually sweet potatoes in there, not very many. Oh, look at this, see? It's down here too. I don't know why they like plastic so much, but I mean, that's just outrageous. So as long as that's happening, there's no pressure in the system and things are not getting watered, which is extremely irritating. So yeah, I'm going to replace this stuff, but it might be I have to replace the entire tubes because I'm sure they've nibbled all the way up. So I'll just have to keep looking. I do have a big giant roll of this out at the farm, so I may have to get that and do this tomorrow. This is so irritating. I don't know why the rodent problem has been hellacious here and at the farm this year, and I'm not the only one. I've been hearing this from lots of farmers. I don't know if it's climate change or what, but it's been bad. They're in my greenhouse eating my seedlings, so yeah. So there's no sense in me repairing this unless I'm gonna put down deterrent. So I have to go buy a whole bunch of that Repels All. I also have this stuff, which smells amazing because it's just spearmint, peppermint. It actually does work, but again, with all of these repellents, you have to apply them constantly and consistently. Because otherwise they get washed away, they just stop being effective. I'm sure people are thinking, why don't you just put down rodent killer, rat bait, etc. Because that kills more than just rodents. That kills other wildlife as well. So if I put down poison for the rats and the mice, then the hawks that circle overhead, the great horned owls we have in our trees at night, all of them get poisoned too when they eat these animals. So that's not okay with me. I have in the past, earlier this year, I had to use mouse traps in the greenhouse at the farm, and it sucked. I hated it because I had to dispose of dead mice every day, and no, it wasn't gross, it was sad. I hate killing things. So I'm just going to continue to come out. In the past, when I've had rodent problems, using all these deterrents and being really on it and consistently using them actually did work. So I know I have let things slide It's been an emotional couple of months. And so I think now is time to, if I want a fall garden, I have to do it the right way. So I think what we're going to do now is go get a fork, a garden fork, and dig up these sweet potatoes, see what kind of harvest we have. I have a feeling it's going to be a big fail. And I was going to direct sow a bunch of stuff today, but I'm not going to do that right now because the irrigation is an issue. So then what I'll do is later today I'll go out to the farm, I'll get that big reel of drip tape. I might as well replace this whole thing because I'm sure there are like pinholes everywhere from the rodents. And I haven't replaced this drip tape in like 3 years. So in my yard, it lasts for a really long time because our water is not full of minerals, so it doesn't clog the tubes. And so this plastic, even though it's plastic, and I don't like using plastic, it lasts for a really long time, as long as it's not getting eaten by rodents. So I have like I said, I have a big roll of that out at the farm. I'll pick that up before I go get my son at school today, and have that here for tomorrow where I can fix this problem. Because the other issue is where all those holes are. This is a slant downhill right to the chicken run. So it's been making things soupy in there for them. And that's so not cool. I mean, when these run, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. So they're still inside their coop at that point. But still, then their dust bath area is all wet. And yeah, it's just not good. So that's going to be the plan. I'll have to actually replace all of the irrigation tomorrow. Today, however, I probably will, in addition to pulling out the sweet potatoes, I'm going to go on and pull out all these tomatoes, which, you know, aren't producing really anymore. I mean, it's funny because you've got some flowers here, but that'll never become a tomato because we don't have time in the season. And then this corn has just been decimated by rodents. We got no corn, no ears of corn this year in this garden. Did get them from the farm. So I need to pull that status. So I'll just clean out this bed. That'll make it ready for, it'll make it much easier to pull up the irrigation, and it'll make it ready for garlic and other stuff that I'm going to start in here once I get the irrigation fixed. I also today, though, will, after I pull everything up, I will spray the perimeter with the peppermint spray. This works best on the perimeter of the garden, and then I will use the Repel-Zol granules on all of the bed tops again. And I'll just go buy some more so I have it tomorrow, and I'll probably apply it every like 2 to 3 days. The peppermint stuff I'll apply every day, and then the granules I'll probably settle out every 2 to 3 days just to be really aggressive about it. I absolutely anticipate this camera dying on me because it overheats. I definitely have had issues with it this year. All right, so trying to get as far away as possible from the sweet potato vines so that I don't fork a potato. Oh, the big girls are sunbathing. I'm just bathing back there. I hear ya. I hear ya, chickies. Nothing so far. Like I said, I don't expect much out of this, which is a real bummer. Sweet potatoes are literally one of my favorite foods. Sweet potatoes and winter squash, the two things that I always struggle to grow, which is so annoying. All right, so there's a few in here. They're real small. Yeah, because they didn't have any time to size up, thanks to the rodents. All right, well, I'm still gonna collect them. You can still eat them, they're just very, very small. Oh, that one's a little bit better. And all these vines actually can go directly to the chickens. I hear you, sweetheart. Hi. Hi, Flo. Ground is tough. Oh, here's one. All right, so we are getting some. They're just not impressive. I think I'm gonna go grab some gloves. Well, that's it. Very abysmal harvest. I think that's worse than last year. You know, this particular variety is supposed to be kind of long like this, not super thick. The Beauregard ones were the ones I really wanted, and all of those got destroyed by rodents before they could even start growing roots. So, most likely, I mean, like these broken ones, I'll just give to the chickens because they actually really like them. The ones that are like have cuts and stuff. You know, I could wash up some of these and have them for a lunch for myself, but this is not gonna be enough for even for a single meal for the family. So that's a real disappointment. There's no guarantee that they would have sized up tremendously more if they stayed out there until the first frost, but in general, that's what you do. Is you let it keep doing the vegetative growth and the root growth until your first frost, and then you dig them up. But yeah, that wasn't going to happen. So today's just one of those days. I'm super irritated because of all the rodent issues and not getting a whole lot done. And the things I am getting done are kind of not failures, but not things to make me feel good. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. Well, next I'm going to eat some lunch. Maybe that'll give me a better frame of mind, and then we'll move on. Had a salad for lunch. Didn't improve my mood at all. Yeah. So I actually don't feel like doing anything else today, which is so stupid because I woke up at 3 a.m. and did not go back to sleep. All I did was I laid there for an hour and a half trying to go back to sleep, but finally at 4:30 I got up and started doing work. placing orders for equipment and all that kind of stuff because I just couldn't sleep. So I'm tired, but I'm also just crabby. So I think what I'm going to do is make my inventory of things in here. They're going to go out to the new farm location. This is the shed. It is 7 by 7, which would be a lovely size. The problem is I had to have it delivered here because there's no like real physical address for the actual location. And this weighs 350 pounds. Oh, I'm sorry, 335 pounds. I think what we're gonna have to do, it's also too wide, I think, to fit in the bed of the Rivian. So I think what we're gonna have to do is unbox it here and take everything over in parts. That'll be fun. Anyway, that's the goal for this weekend, because if we can get that out there and set up, then I can tackle this absolute disaster of a garage. Now, some of this stuff is literally garbage, right? So before Dylan left, we did a major fall cleaning of both the kids' rooms. And so a lot of this is actual garbage our garbage can's very small, so we can only fit like one bag per week in there with all the actual stuff that we need to throw away. That's just slowly going away. That box is empty. It needs to be broken down for the recycling. Same with this stuff. This box is mainline tubing for the new farm, so that'll go out. All of the Tidy Cats buckets, which are my flower harvest buckets, those will all go out. The flower solution, well, one of them, the harvest solution, will go out. My toolboxes can stay out there because it'll be a locking shed. So there'll be, there's tools, there's like the bed rake. This is a new bed rake. This is a new bed rake. The handle's not on it yet. That will go out there. There's a whole bunch of stuff that will be able to go out, which would be so nice because it'll clear up this space. There's, plastic tubs that have stuff in them that will go out. And then, of course, everything already at the other farm site in the greenhouse will go out as well. So I think a 7 by 7 foot shed is going to be great. I'll keep the flower support netting in there, all the T-posts, all that kind of stuff. And I can keep it nice and tidy. I did get an organizer to go on those walls so that I can hang things. I can hang my shovels and rakes and hose and all that kind of stuff. That will be very well organized, and I will enjoy that immensely instead of having things just kind of propped up. So I think I'm going to end this video for today. I could go out there and pull stuff out of the garden beds, but I don't want to. I'm irritated. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to throw in some video here of me dyeing my husband's cousin is having her first baby in a couple months, and I wanted to knit her a baby blanket, and I didn't have the yarn in my stash that I wanted. And so some of you may know, even though I've been gardening for 25 years plus, before I was a flower farmer as a business, I actually used to hand dye yarn and sell it. And I was an indie dyer. I had small batch, like on-demand dyeing, and I definitely wasn't successful at it. People liked the yarn, but I wasn't good at building the business. So I still have stock. I have undyed yarn, which is great because whenever I have a project that I really want to do, I can just grab that undyed yarn, and I have it in multiple weights. And I still have all my dyes. I have plant-based dyes, and I also have acid-based dyes. And so this was an acid dye, super fast, super easy, didn't require any mordant. So I'm going to toss some film in here at the end of this video showing you that process and the final results. And I've already started knitting that baby blanket, and it's I will try to link the pattern link below in the show notes in case you're interested. I only printed part of the direction, so I don't actually have a photograph to show you of what it's going to look like. But it's basically 4 triangles with picked up stitches that come together in the middle. So yeah, I think this lilac color is nice. It feels good to just sit and knit. I'm working on a lot of projects right now with knitting, which is what I do generally in the wintertime when I'm not farming and gardening. So I'm working on a hat for Dylan that I'll put in a care package. That's a quick, takes me a day to do, but feels good when I'm working on it because I know it's for him. I'm working on the baby blanket, and I am also getting ready to start Stephen West's new mystery knit along, which I haven't done in 2 years, but I did a bunch of them before that. Super, super love that. I've got the yarns already, and so I can't wait till that comes along. Yeah, and I am working with my co-author Donna Drakunis. We just did the Goddess Knits books, the Goddess Knit book that was released last fall. We are about to release a tarot deck with images from the books, new charts, colorwork charts instead of lacework charts, etc. So it'll be a really fun tarot deck. We're going to start promoting that for the holiday season very soon, this coming month. So those are the things I'm working on outside of the farming stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is go take a shower, go pick up my son, and spend the rest of the afternoon knitting. And I will leave you with the process of dyeing that yarn. And I hope you enjoy. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.